Yo, good day, guys. The CEO and founder of Market Tracers on Speaker. Welcome back to our YouTube channel, guys. If it is your first time into our channel, can you kindly like, subscribe, and make sure you share the content, guys. And to all the returning subscribers, guys, make sure also you also like our content, share so that we can grow as a community, guys. So it has been a while since I've came into the screens to make what? To make some market updates. So today I've decided to record a video for you guys. So we will be breaking down the NAS100 market. So make sure that you stay tuned until the rest of this video, guys. So without wasting your time, I would like to share my screen. I want to share my screen so that you can start to analyze that. Is it showing up? So now we are on our daily time frame on NAS100, guys. Now we are on our daily time frame. You can see that the market has been buying, guys. The market has been buying like nobody's business, guys. So everything that I preach, I always do what I always do, guys. So I'm not telling you something to do which I'm not doing. So like I always say, whenever you want to make your analysis, start analyzing your chart from where? From a weekly time frame, guys. Like from our overall structure, you can see that the weekly time frame is on a what? It's on a buy is on a buying trend, guys. But I normally call it a rising channel because I trade only three channels, which is a rising channel, a falling channel, and a flat channel, guys. So you will find that at some point, instead of using uptrend, I'll say rising channel. Instead of using downtrend, I'll say falling channel. You get my point. So you can see that our weekly time frame is on a what? It's on a buying trend, guys. Like it's on a rising channel. So which means the buyers are what? The buyers are more strong as compared to the sellers. Hence, the last previous weeks, the market has been buying like crazy. I mean, like since the 7th of April, guys. Today's the 19th of May, like the market has been buying. So let's jump in deeper to the chapter. We had this level right here. This is the level that gave us a huge buying movement to the upside, because like I always say, guys, if a level is able to do what? Is able to create a strong movement, just know that level is capable of doing what? Stopping this bigger movement, which was a sell, and create a what? And create a bigger movement, which was a what? Which was a buy. So our question for me is that, is it time now to consider selling opportunities? I would say no. I think from the way I see the market has to first do what? Has to first reach our resistance level, guys. So it has to first reach our resistance level before we can start to consider taking selling opportunities, guys. According to what our weekly time frame says, guys, because you need to understand that you on your weekly time frame you can see buying opportunities, but then as you scale into smaller time frames, the trading opportunities just automatically changes, guys. You can find that on our lowest time frame we'll be looking to take what? Sells. Meanwhile, on our weekly time frame tells us what? The market is still buying to the upside, because you can see by even by the judge of the candlesticks, guys, like our market is very bullish. So from what I can conclude here is to wait for what? Is to wait for our market to at least reach our resistance level, which is our higher level, before we can start considering what? Selling opportunities. So where? Selling opportunities to the downside, guys. So I will jump to a daily time frame, because the main perspective for us analyzing is for us to do what? Is for us to get the direction and execute our what? And execute our trades, guys. So on our weekly time frame is basically looking at the overall what? At the overall structure. Like from our weekly time frame, it still tells us what? NAS100 is still looking to do what? To skyrocket to the upside, guys. So now we are on our what? Now we are on our daily time frame. So our daily time frame of what? I like this resistance of mine. because each and every time the market was reaching this level, it was doing what? It was pointing up, showing that this level is what? Showing that this level it is very strong, which will now act as our zone. So it will be our what? It will be our resistance. So like I normally say, guys, whenever you find a resistance, you need to find a support. So I will simply do this. So this will be my support, because we know that our resistance acts as a what? Our resistance acts as a ceiling, and then our support acts as a floor. Even here, you can see that the market, every time it reached this level, it was doing what? It was respecting it. That's showing that this level is also what? It is also strong. So we have to consider it. So this has to be our what? This has to be our support. So this is just basic things that you need to know, guys. This is just basic things that you need to know. And you also need to know that when the market creates a what? When the market creates a level which shows that it's strong, it is important for you to mark, so that when you scale into smaller time frames, you can be able to take advantage of that level that you are having. Guys. And then the market can form more than one support or more than one resistance for us. Guys. So from here, I can see that this is my support, this is my resistance. So as I scale in, I'm able to see that the market was also rejecting this level. This is my what? This is my minor resistance. This is my major resistance. That's my point. So the market can do what? The market can give us buying opportunities. Come here and respect this level before it shoots to the downside. Or it can do what? It can break and respect that resistance of mine before it shoots to it, before it shoots to the downside. So it's a thing of seeing how the market reacts when it reaches that certain level. Okay. But as from now, this is our what? This is our trading zone. And judging from what the market is doing right now, we can see that the market is giving us what? Is giving us a selling movement. So we can say, let's wait for the market to sell until this support of us before we do what we capitalize with what we buying trade. That is what the market is telling us, that right here I'm reversing to where? I'm reversing to the downside. So for you to get a good trade, you just have to wait. Like as they always say, guys, in trading, there is 10% technical analysis, 10% fundamental, and 8% of patience. You need to wait for your setup to play out before you execute a trade. Right now, the market is in the middle of nowhere. Like judging from our what? Judging from our daily time frame, it's in the middle of nowhere. So we can't just jump in and execute some trades. So we need to do what? Wait for the market to reach our what? To reach our potential zone, which would be our support before we can do it. Before we can start to execute with buying opportunities, moving to the downside, moving to the upside story. And the same thing that that confirms for me that the market is still gonna go up. It is a what? It is a key zone of mine. There's a resistance also. There's a resistance right here. Also act as my what? Act as my key resistance zone. So one might ask, what is a key resistance zone? A key resistance zone is a zone where when the market forms a what? When the market forms another trend and it breaks out of it, the market has to go back to where the trend has started. Guys. So in this case, when the market rejected here, the market formed me a what? The market formed me a falling channel. Guys. You get my point? So the market went up, went down, went up again, went down, and before it did what? Before it broke out of this what? Of this zone. So the market gave us a what? The market gave us a falling channel right here before it broke out. So the minute it made a breakout here, I knew that the market has to do what? Has to at least reach my key zone where the trend has started, where the falling channel has started, where the downtrend has started, guys. Hence, I'm saying that I see the market doing what? I see the market going bullish. I see the market going bullish because it has to what it has to come back to where the falling channel have started, which is my resistance zone, and also act as my key resistance. You get my point. So I will also jump into what I will also go and jump into our 4 hours time frame. Guys. On our 4 hours time frame, the market it seems like it is giving us a what? It is giving us a good reversal pattern right here. We have a double top, but then it is also a what? It is giving us a reversal pattern, which is a double top, and it is also breaking on my what? On my minor support level here on my 4 hours time frame, because if it was continuing to go up, the market has to form some structure like this. Give me a breakout before it starts to move to where? Before it starts to move to the upside. Because here we can see that the market is in a what? It's in a flat channel. The market is ranging. So the market is still deciding whether it has to go up or down, guys. But judging from our 4 hours time frame, you can see that it is trying to do it to break this minor support of us. Once it is confirmed that it has broken this support of us, it has to come and do what? Give us a retest, guys. After it gives us a retest, that is when we know that it will be going to the downside. So why is it a retest very important? A retest is important, guys, because the market has to allow this level to switch its role. It was first acting as a support, gives a break, and when it retests it will change from a support to a what? To a resistance, guys. That is when we will be our time for us to execute with what? That is when it will be our time for us to execute with selling opportunities moving to the downside, guys. And also to add on top of that, like previously the market has been moving with what? The market has been moving with a series of higher highs and higher lows. And then when we are in a series of higher highs and higher lows, we know that we are in a bullish channel, guys. We are in a rising channel. It is a bullish trend. Like if you can see here, the market gave us what? Buy movement here was a retest, give us a low, a high, a low, give us a high. So now we need for the market to come and give us a low in order for us to do it, in order for us to continue moving to the upside. So with this thing of higher highs and higher lows, we can conclude that the market is in a what? The market is in a bullish trend. Right? You get my point. The market is in a bullish trend. So you have to come and mark your what? And connect your highs and your lows. So as I come in, connect my high there, my second there, and now come and connect my low. So this is how I simply trade this. This is how I simply trade. When the market gives me a resistance, the market has to give me a what? The market has to give me a support. I see my point. The market has to give me a support. So zooming into this chart, you can see that the market is doing what? The market is respecting what? It is respecting our trend line resistance by moving where? By moving to the downside. And as soon as it gives us a breakout and a retest, we will know that the market wants to push to the downside, guys. The time the market reaches our support, our major support, and our major trendline support, that is when we'll be looking to take what? We will be looking to take buying opportunities moving to where? Moving to the upside, because for us to confirm that the market has to sell, that the market has to give us a huge selling movement to the downside, it basically needs to break out what? It needs to break out this trendline support of us, guys. But if it hasn't yet broken this trendline support of us, we will continue to say the market is in a what? The market is in a bullish movement. The market is in a what? The market is in a bullish movement. So that is when we will be looking to do what? To take more buying opportunities, guys. Like as you can see on our hourly time frame, the market has done what? Has made a breakout, guys. But I'm not satisfied with the what? I'm not yet satisfied with the resistance. Like it made a breakout, so I will kindly wait for the what? For a retest. For a retest. before I was jumping, before I was jumping with selling opportunities, moving where? Moving to the downside first. I will jumping with selling opportunities moving to the downside because another thing to confirm my word, to confirm my movement is the word. It is the double top, guys. It is the double top. So this is how it is. Clean and straightforward, guys. Clean and straightforward. So failure to do so, failure for the market to give me a retest and push to the downside, I will have to wait for the market to do what? I will have to wait for the market to come back to this level, shows some respect before I'll move with buying opportunities going to the upside, guys. You get my point. So that's our market breakdown for NAS100 for this week, guys. That is where I see the market going, guys. So for me, the CEO and founder of Market Tracers, signing out. Stop share.